Stampers, and welcome to Laura's Stamp Pad. Today I'm going to show you the salt technique, which creates this wonderful crystallized background. Do you see all those different textures and dots and awesome, I don't know, it just looks like crystallized, or it almost looks like you're looking through a, like a fogged up or like a, like with little snowflakes on it window. You know how there's that like crystal looking look whenever the snowflakes hit the window and it freezes? While I'm not looking forward to that kind of weather, this is still an awesome look. And then here, of course, I did it in the rainbow look because I love bright colors and rainbows. I don't know, they're just so much fun for me, and I really enjoy doing them. So I just kind of went with more of a simplistic background look and then used the Feel Good stamp set there with a little bit of cotton ribbon. Whereas this one I kind of created a little bit more of like a night sky where you're looking over the trees up, you know, with like the sun setting or rising there. So that was sort of the concept there. I'm not sure if it comes across or if I achieved that look, but that's kind of what I was going for with that one there. So I'm just going to show you how to do this technique. We're going to start with a piece of shimmery white cardstock. I am using this cardstock because it's a little bit thicker than Whisper White, and it also adds a little bit more shine to your project as well. So this measures 5 1/4 by 4 inches, and now we're just going to add some colors. So I have my Cucumber Crush here and my sponge dauber. You know how much I love my sponge daubers, and I'm just going to add ink. And just, you know, I kind of usually do it in like a swirl pattern, but just add ink to cover up the entire thing. I'm not using multiple colors on this one. I'm just going to go ahead and use just this one color to show you how I used it and how this technique works. I think it might show up a little bit better for you by using just one color. So there we have our covered piece. You can, of course, if you don't want all those light and dark sections, you can always fill in and kind of go a little bit more even over your project. But I'm gonna go ahead and keep those because I kind of want a variation in color, and I'm thinking this will be a perfect man card. So it'll kind of look a little like camo-esque or something like that. And of course, whenever I add the salt and do the technique, it will change the coloring as well. So here I have one of our Stampin' Spritzers, and it just has regular water in it. And I'm going to spritz all over the card. And so it will kind of start to curl a little bit. So now you'll start to see that the color's gonna run in certain areas. And so I'm just going to take some regular table salt and pour it on top. And like in some spots, I really poured a lot and you can see it. And in other spots, you know, maybe it's just a little bit. And I notice even though it is curled, usually as the salt starts to suck up the moisture, it actually starts to flatten back out again, which is kind of cool looking to watch. And then you can just set this aside and let it dry. Or if you would like to speed up the process a little bit, you can always use your heat tool to speed that up and make it dry a little bit faster so that you can move on and complete your project. So I'm going to go ahead and use my heat tool. Of course, I'm going to kind of speed this up, and I won't be talking because it'll be hard to hear me over the heat tool, but then maybe you can see how the process works a little bit more, and how as it dries, then you can see those images where that salt was, where it picked up all the ink and pulled in the color. You can kind of see how that works. So let's go. So that's pretty much dry, and I'm just going to brush the salt off now. So you can see this can be kind of a messy technique. Kind of loosen it up there where it was stuck. Ooh, look, it's kind of a green salt. I don't know how well you can see that. Now, the project does kind of have like a textured feel to it, even whenever it's all done. And I'm not really sure why that is. I think it probably has something to do with the salt. But as you can see, there's nothing on my hands, but yet it feels textured-y or like wet or something. But see how cool that looks? Where it kind of like fingers out and looks like that. It's super awesome. I love this technique. It's a lot of fun and fairly simple. You could do a lot of them in different ways and then set them all aside and then assemble them later once they're all dry. Or of course you could always use your heat tool to create a quicker look. So let's bring back in those samples here. So you can see that one with all that cracked look there. And then of course my rainbow one too. Super love it. I hope you enjoyed this and I hope you try it out as well. Leave me some comments down below about what color combinations you chose to use or what you decided to create with your backgrounds. And of course you can check out my blog laurastamppad.com to see more on these samples and the complete write-up of the tutorial on this. And I'll see you next time. Happy stamping. Bye-bye.